Hey everybody, Juve's got a done deal that came out of nowhere. We're going to take a look at the details on that one, all right? And then we've got bad news for Rovella, unfortunately. How does this affect others? And does it give another spot open for another young player looking to make the 23-24 squad? And we're going to talk about the friendly that took place yesterday against Milan. A little more in-depth look at that one, all right? This is the AJC. I'm Alberto. You know the drill. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and let's rock. We're going to kick things off with news coming from Skira on a midfielder Juventus is apparently interested in. This is Swiss midfielder Remo Freuler, set to leave Nottingham Forest. There is a formula there for loan with option to purchase, and he says Juve is interested. We are flooded at midfield right now. We know we have to make some outgoing moves. I don't know about a midfielder coming in, but our name keeps being brought up with a host of midfielders. Partey, Kessie, now you have Freuler, you had Coop Miners. I'm not really sure what the game plan is there ultimately at midfield, but here's another name for the list, okay? Frosinone apparently interested in not only has Nicolucci Caviglia, but Coni De Winter. We have news about their futures also and what could potentially happen looking at the match yesterday, and some news coming from Mirko Di Natale in a second. And this next piece of news also affects Coni De Winter potentially, because Juve out of nowhere yesterday gets the report and news that a done deal is there for FACUNDO Gonzalez, okay, to join the squad. Medicals are set to go down in Turin on Monday. The deal is said to be worth 3 to 4 million euros because Juve's taken advantage of the fact that his contract's going to expire at the end of this season. He's part of Valencia's B team. He's part of the Uruguay U20s. He did get a senior call up and whatnot, but didn't actually make an appearance. But he is a highly touted young center back prospect, and Juve's picking him up for next to nothing. This could be an indication that Coni De Winter is out. Mirko Di Natale today also reports that Barrenechea and Coni De Winter, there are a lot of rumors swirling around today about the two players, and the fact that they weren't part of the bench for yesterday's game is also leading Mirko Di Natale to believe, in his opinion, that their futures are elsewhere and not a part of Juventus, all right? So there you have it. Coni De Winter, a lot Juventini wanted to see him with the first team this season. Doesn't look like it's going to happen, myself included. I thought he was ready. It's time. We could use him, but hey, it might be away from Juventus that we see Coni De Winter. Time will tell. We have to wait for some moves to happen. Rovella suffered a muscular injury, unfortunately, and he is sent back to Italy, okay? So again, his future uncertain, and this probably not going to help the cause, especially with a guy like Nicolucci Caviglia, who continues to impress, as now we talk about the game against Milan yesterday, okay? One thing's for sure, you can't take a whole lot out of these friendlies. It's more about physical conditioning and just figuring out player roles and whatnot. And I will say this, as far as the physical conditioning goes, we are already well ahead of where we were this time last season, okay? So the physical conditioning portion of it, we looked in better shape than we did at this time last year. As far as the player performances go, again, everybody that took part in this game went through bad moments and some very poor moments, okay? However, for the most part, Chiesa looks very strong, okay? And I think he's going to make a lot of people remember who he was, what he's capable of, and put some respect back on his name, okay? Weah looks like a player that could do a lot of damage for us. Again, it's going to come up to how we can balance and transition from defense to attack, something that has to happen for Juventus. In terms of Cambiaso, I thought he did very well in the offensive phase, but struggled a lot defensively. So a lot of work that has to take place there with Cambiaso. Nicolucci Caviglia, when he came in the second half, was so strong. And we have to remember, he played with Nonje on one side and Iling Jr. as the other Mezzala. The Iling Jr. Mezzala thing yesterday, it looked really bad because he was trying to play his game out of the midfield, and that's just not going to work, and it's not going to translate properly. He has to adapt his game if he's going to play in that role. So again, that's something that's going to take a lot of work and a lot more time, in my opinion. I do prefer him already immediately just from looking at it as a left wing back option, okay? In terms of Sule, who played on the right wing back, we saw that bits and pieces last season as well. I didn't like it then. I still don't like it. Dean Hewson, at 18 years old, had to clean up so much for Sule, but he did an incredible job, and he looks poised well beyond his years, okay? Hewson really impressed me. In terms of sequences and what the team's trying to do, there are definitely some more sequences to our play that we're trying to come through yesterday, but it's only the first preseason. Let's see if we can continue with it. Great switching of the field from Gatti, okay, freeing up Chiesa, and Weah working a lot of 1-2s and making some great runs off the ball that we were able to capitalize on. So again, some good positive things in there, and for the most part we were better than Milan and created better chances. Could have had some more goals. In the end, Juve does get the victory in penalties, with the one and only Pinsolio getting man of the match. All right, but again, a lot of work to do. Just a first friendly of the season, but some good positive takeaways, okay? So again, the biggest thing for Juventus, in my personal opinion and takeaway, is we need to get better at transitioning from defense to attack. If we can figure that out, I think we could do some damage, but time will tell, and we probably won't have that answer until probably a month through the season. All right, but that wraps up your daily update video. Okay, again, I'll be back tomorrow with another one, and then looking to do the live show on Sunday and talk to you all there, recap the week that was. All right, and talk about the US tour and everything. Again, you guys know the drill. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, but let me know what you thought about the friendly and all the news you heard today. Let's mix it up in the comment section. All right, as always, fino alla fine, forza Juve, ciao tutti.